All right, hello and welcome, robot fans, to TLS episode number 5. Sorry for the delay on getting started here, and actually, episode 5 has been delayed a few days now due to some technical issues, but we're here bringing you the action, as always, here in Second Robotics, and we have some great matches for you. Joining me to talk about these fantastic matches is the one and only Tegan. Welcome.
The one and only. There's only one of me, and I am here. It's good to be here. My first time in a while being on the TLS broadcast, so super excited to see what we have today, what's going to be going down. And our first match is the French team versus the Benchwarmers, so should be a good series. I think this one's going to go a few matchups, and I'm really excited for that.
Man, even you only call them the French team.
I've been
Aren't you supposed to know how to speak French? Okay.
Les Etoiles, but like if everyone knows them as the French team, I'm gonna call them the French team.
Fair enough, fair enough. So, talking about these teams, this is going to be an interesting matchup. Les Etoiles, hopefully I said it right, is currently sitting in 7th, while the Benchwarmers are currently sitting in 11th, which is last. So, you know, the French team able to find 2 wins on the board already. And those were against 2 maybe not super strong teams versus the Pushbots.
Wow, you're coming. I come on this stream and the first thing you do is come after my team for not being strong. Wow.
The Pushbots and Graviton Gaming. And we did see a really close matchup between Benchwarmers and Les Etoiles. Pushbots were able to take 1 game off the French team. And we're going to see if the Benchwarmers can kind of match that or whether they'll do more in this specific case. What are your expectations between these 2 teams? You've played against both these teams now, so who do you think is the stronger heading into this matchup?
Well, I definitely think Benchwarmers have the ability to take a match or 2 off of Les Etoiles. I'd say Les Etoiles have to be favored here, but Benchwarmers, I mean, Metal Jello really holding that team together. The glue of the bench, I guess. The bolts of the bench. Jack the Man, Dan, and Toby have been putting in the work to get those skills going. And so, I mean, I could see this one going beyond 4, but it's hard not to say in good conscience that Les Etoiles are not favored, because they definitely are, in my opinion.
Fair enough. I definitely agree with you. The differentiator for me has to be Bacon as a very top-level player. Maybe finding himself with some newer members, teaching them as much as he can. But still, he's the best player on the field, I gotta say, and that's going to give them a bit of an edge, I think. So, as is tradition, we try and get a bet going here. So, what do you think a fair bet here is that we can have?
I would say, let me see. We could either do something like a point differential, or we could do like how many matches does the series go to. We can do either one of those types of bets.
Let's do how many matches does the series go to, and do you know the results of this one, by the way?
If I did, I don't remember.
Who ref this? Let's have a look.
Watch it be me. It definitely might have. Wait.
It was
Who
me.
did ref?
I refed it.
Yeah, so do you know the outcomes?
Honestly, I don't really remember. But I do know how many matches are in it. But why don't you throw out a number here that would be somewhat controversial here?
Somewhat
give me a higher or
controversial
lower
here.
than. Yeah. So you said you expected at least 1. So
I'm going to say,
matches.
Do they get swept, or do they take 1 off?
Okay.
Because I think that could be kind of spicy for what we got here.
Does Benchwarmers get swept? Yes or no?
Well, I would have phrased it a little nicer than that, but
well,
yeah.
That's the way it's going. All right. So, as per usual, if you know the results of the match, please don't vote. Otherwise, we'll just have to cancel it out. But yeah, gonna be interesting. We're gonna see if Benchwarmers can take anything. The bet is in the chat.
There,
So
I've spent
sure
20 coins. I've spent 20 coins or power cells on it, so.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. We gotta get more action here, folks.
You can win 20 power cells. They're not coins.
Well,
by
if
the way.
more people get involved. Oh, we got
there we
60
go.
power cells. 140. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I'm gonna get rich. Or I'm gonna get nothing because it's only 20 power cells. So let's go. Oh, we got someone else on Team Tegan here. We got someone else saying, you know, the benchwarmers are Andrew. We got Andrew cheering for the benchwarmers. People are just haters. Just like how
Haters
Brennan
of the
loves.
benchwarmers.
Yeah, Brennan loves Graviton. I am here for the benchwarmers.
Fair enough. Graviton is a fantastic team. That is not what I meant to say. I meant to say benchwarmers are a fantastic team. But, I mean, that just shows how biased I am, okay? Graviton all the way. I want to see them get a win.
Nice.
That's funny.
Nicely done. Really, really well done.
I was going to vote, then I remembered I played. True. That would not be ideal.
At least I didn't remember I refereed, but I wasn't actually on the field. So
Is Graviton not a great team? No, they're a fantastic team. I just meant to say benchwarmers are a great team. And because I'm so biased for my favorite team in the league, Graviton Gaming, I accidentally, like, Freudian slipped Graviton
you would
instead
think that one might say
instead
that
of
the team that your
benchwarmers.
girlfriend's on would be one of your favorite teams,
Nope.
but
Graviton OP.
guess not. Okay.
All right,
Well,
so we have our predictions all locked in,
indeed we do.
which means we're gonna get started in just a sec here with match number 1 between these two fantastic teams, and it's gonna be an interesting one for sure.
Wow, I have to scroll back so far to see the ref results so I can make those calls. It's been so long. This series was played on the 3rd of April, so last week we got some people loading onto the field, and first match of episode 5, and already off to a bit of a collision-y type of start between Maktar and Jack, but they're back and they're scoring, and it looks like advantage is definitely going to be in Red's court, coming out of Autonomous, just able to get a few more power cells up and away.
Yep, both are Tribot for Blue Alliance is what we've been seeing from the benchwarmers pretty regularly. We've seen Tribot happen from Red and the French team a few times, but it seems like they've really started to find their own with the double inertia OG composition, which really allows Bacon to flourish and kind of shine with his OG
Bacon
skill.
was flourishing? Man was just jammed for a straight, 10 seconds with that hopper.
Yeah,
so
but you know what? They're
allowing,
winning, so...
It's true, but definitely within, the realm of possibility for benchwarmers, they are, they're only... Okay, they were only 30 seconds down when I started saying that sentence, or 30 points down.
30 seconds down. Wow.
They were only 30 points down when I started saying that sentence, okay? And Maktar does get reset, but again, hitting Bacon, that first one's going to go into an outer for him, and so a little bit of collision there. Toby's just finishing off his cycle, and Metal Jello with a big Robo-Tier style hopper. If they can get the tech on Maktar, that'll help, but it looks like instead Maktar will just be reset once more.
Yeah, good job staying out of that tech zone. That can be really difficult, especially when you're getting pushed by multiple robots in that corner. It's so easy to mess up and get pushed into the corner and getting teched.
Indeed, and that's why, you gotta give some credit there to Maktar, who's been getting reset. Does get in Bacon's way there, so some communication issues are definitely evident, and we're all tied up right now. So definitely still anybody's game here in the first of a nice, hopefully long series that we'll get for these two teams. And Maktar there now, going to play some defense on Metal Jello, and that was just wrong place, wrong time, bro. You can't be doing that, but that's okay. We know it happens to everyone. And with 12 seconds left, we're in the end game. We're gonna see a few people lining up for their climbs. Red Alliance about to go up. Blue Alliance. Oh boy.
Oh my.
Oh my. That was an end game.
Okay.
Generally, in the end game, it is advisable to not touch other people. So these are your preliminary results, and we see here endgame zone of 5. Endgame score of 5.
Endgame zone. We're in zone 5, guys. Let's go.
So we do have some score adjustments for this match. Red will be getting their balance, so that adds 15 to their score. Their final score will be at 539. Blue Alliance also gets a handful of things. They get 25 points, plus 15, plus 15, plus 15. So that's going to be a total of 70 additional points added to the Blue Alliance's score. So not enough that it's going to be match affecting, but it's going to be 539 to 492. So only 40 points. Like, this matchup is definitely closer than I think some people may have anticipated.
Yeah,
I know.
It wouldn't surprise me, like I said, heading into this, for Benchwarmers to take one just off of a bunch of techs or something happening, but solid performance from Bacon, 286 in that last match, not hitting the 300, but it's still quite respectable.
Definitely. I just realized Benchwarmers' logo has the clover because they're from Ireland. Indeed, they are indeed from Ireland. So that's another thing too to consider. Like, climbing, it must be really hard when your ping is like 30,000. Okay, you know, you gotta keep that in mind. And they were still only down about 40 points at the end of that match, so definitely could go in their favor if they can get a good auto off. And we'll see. Jack the Man Dan's been working on the inertia, gets bullied by Maktar, so probably a bit of a lower inertia score there as he scores one ball in autonomous, but there's still plenty of time. And Red will take the early advantage here, 114 to 94 as we come out of the auto period. So, I mean, 20 points. Right now, we've seen techs like Maktar getting teched out when they were trying to get a steal, just avoiding another tech there as they were almost caught up on Jack the Medan. There's the first tech of the match for this one. So 168 to 164 as Blue briefly takes the lead. Red Alliance declining them that victory there. They take it right back, and it's now 170, make that 203 to 189. But we're again very much in the early stages of this match here. 138 left on the clock. We see Maktar really struggling right now. Not totally sure what they're trying to do. They have no power cells. Yeah. Looks like they were trying to pick up that one ball that you could see next to Bacon, but instead having to opt out and go play cleanup along the wall instead.
Yeah, we do see a robot change too. I don't know if you mentioned that already. Kachao swapping to the OG, so double OG comp for Red Alliance. And it's really close. That one foul that Maktar got earlier, giving Blue the edge here.
Oh, and that's unfortunate. Those two shots going wide for Maktar. Just a little bit out of that inertia's happy place. And actually shooting those off to the wall. But that's okay, because Kachao, she's just going to pick those up really quickly and fire them away. So minimal damage, playing some damage control right there.
Maktar redeemed himself on the other side of the field, too, getting some good bumps off on Metal Jello, making him miss like 3 or 4 balls as well. So does recover a bit there.
And Toby also going for the 2-pointers we saw at one point as well. 33 points now separating these two alliances. Toby going for the 2-pointers will hurt their score, but I mean, it might dissuade Maktar from even bothering to play some defense. Oh, is that going to be tech? Just avoiding it. Wow. Just avoiding that trench tech right there from Maktar.
Jack the Mandan getting in the way of Metal Jello there for the last 18 seconds here. Looks like Blue Alliance is going for a climb early. Wheel completed for the Red Alliance.
Indeed, Red Alliance also having maybe a little bit of communication issues lining up for climb, or maybe just early. We do see Jack did make some contact with the Red Alliance on his way up, but looks like everyone was able to get up in the end, so no big deal. I say that as like Jello's driving away in the corner, but looks like this score will stand here, so 517 to 451 is your final score for the match. And again, another like reasonably close one. Just Blue Alliance didn't have the teleop manpower that the Red Alliance was able to have, and again, you got to credit Bacon for a lot of that.
Yeah, Bacon dropping a 296 that last match, really making the difference. The high score on Blue Alliance, 203 from Metal Jello, so big differentiator there.
Maktar saying, I thought I had balls the whole time. My friend, you are incorrect. I am very sorry. I mean, you still won, so, like, no harm, no foul, I guess. But, like, you were wrong. But we've all been there. Moving on now to match number 3. Red is up 2-0 at this point, so we'll see what Blue does if they do anything differently. It looks like Red's happy with the 2 OG, 1 Inertia composition. And Blue sticking with Tribot. Toby, a big jam in auto. Doesn't get many of those off
Chow
early,
as well, though.
Yeah, that is true. So actually, 103 to 90, despite a rough auto from the OG of Toby, Jack the Man Dan was a little more composed this time around, and so gave them a brief advantage, which has now been squandered by the Red Alliance.
I'd really like to see Maktar raising his climber there to get climber blocks on Metal Jello, not just going for the bumps, because you can your range of effective climber blocking is a little bit bigger than just you know, obviously just making contact with the robot.
Maktar goes back for another cycle with 1 power cell, by the way, and then missed the power cell. So
That's
a little bit
unfortunate.
a little bit of a struggle when it comes to kind of managing how much they think they have in their hopper right now, which is totally fine. Like, that happens. Toby and Metal Jello, they look like they're going to get this cycle almost completely undefended. Actually, completely undefended, but Maktar will go clean up. So at least there's some power cells to the Red Alliance's name. 220 to 212, so this one is definitely a much closer matchup right now. And we'll see this time going in for defense on the inertia.
Good bumps here.
Yeah.
Maktar disrupting through the counter D and bumping Metal Jello. Great positioning here.
Again, would be maybe a bit better with the climber, but definitely doing quite a good job of that lower style of defense. And we're seeing another big cycle coming in, and Maktar is right there. So that's kind of the story of this. Like, Kachow and Bacon, okay, whatever. They're putting up a ton of points. They're cycling. The big thing that's making this difference between the two right now is the defense, right? Blue Alliance isn't playing any defense. Oh, wow, that was really close to a tech as well. Maktar really playing with fire here, and there it is. There it is. The first tech, and Bacon gets teched as well. Oh, that's double trouble for the Red Alliance right now, as they are now down with 22 seconds left, but climbs can still make a big difference. We'll see if Bacon gets 1 or 2 cycles off in the last few seconds. 400 to 392, the current score. Metal Jello going for a big far cycle. We see Blue starting to line up Metal Jello, maybe pushing his luck a little bit.
Oh,
Maktar. Oh, no, Toby.
They're trying to get their climbs.
Get there? The climbs go up.
Oh.
Would you look at that? Who was right? Who was right? I was right. Yeah, the double trouble really, the 50 points in tech fouls, I mean, it wasn't the difference in the end, only the 1 climb was also a really heavy hitter for the Red Alliance, but Benchwarmers taking their first match series. Props to them, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, fantastic job from them, really capitalizing on the confusion of the Red Alliance after the tech fouls and them missing a bunch of climbs, and, you know, they made them pay.
And so, I mean, I would end the prediction if I could, but as you all know, that means that whoever had faith in the Benchwarmers, you know, proved victorious.
Yeah, I will get that set up in just a second here. But we are starting match number 4. Take it away.
Yeah, so match number 4 now 2-1 for the French team. Les Etoiles gonna be filling up. I got 103 power cells from putting in 20. Let's go. We're gonna see first shots coming off from the Red Alliance. Blue, though, having a very good auto this time around. So I think jamming is just starting to happen a little bit. 105 to 104. So this matchup very close early on. As we see, first cycle is going to come in soon. Metal Jello's there. Maktar's cleaning up.
Oh, no.
Which...
we lost Jack the Man Dan.
No! We lost Jack the Man Dan. You're right. He'll be back. Don't worry about it. He's going to come back Inertia, and it's going to be Giga Brain.
Oh! Wait, okay. That wasn't Jack the Man Dan getting that tech.
But he's back Inertia. That's Giga Brain.
I thought Jack the Mandan spawned on top of Maktar and then like teched him out, but no, it's just Toby.
Imagine the strat. No. But good there for the Blue Alliance, who's now really within this fight. 205 to 191 right now. And now that they have
playing
their
down a player for a while.
Yeah, exactly. And Jack is back. He looks like he might be struggling a little bit with his controls, but he's on the move yet again. Maktar really going deep in that defense, but was able to get out unscathed. And that's something, like, I think the story of the series to me is just how effective Maktar's defense has been. I think that's the big difference between these two alliances, is that they're scoring relatively similarly, but Maktar's also, taking on another job half the time. Toby here's going to get bonked. Dodges the bonk the first time, but not the second time, and misses 3 power cells, which Maktar will go try to pick up. And successfully also got some out of Metal Jello from the looks of it. So win-wins up in the French team's corner. And so 30 seconds left, and it is red team, French team, Red Alliance with the advantage. 381 to 314. We're seeing, Maktar saying Metal started to sit in the trench and I forgot to climber block. Happens to the best of us. 408 to 337, so right now seems to be working all right for you anyways. 15 seconds left and we're in the end game. Can we get a perfect end game in this series?
Oh, Red just going for a double. Maktar trying to get in, but can't. And wait, did you see that? Jack the Mandan DCs at the very end. I'm not sure if he got up.
I don't know if that counted as climbing. I don't know if that would have made the difference for them. But again, like, differentials with the points, very important. And 50 points means I think Jack disconnected just before the match ended, which is really unlucky. Because even if, that's 5 points. Red also not getting any climbs is really unfortunate for them because they are so strong.
Yeah, a little rough for them around the edges, but they still pulled out the W, and that's what matters ultimately, is getting those wins on the board.
And I mean, right now it's now match point for Les Etoiles, as they are 3-1 in this best of 7 series. So it all comes down, to this. Now the Blue Alliance is playing for their life, basically. And Jack the Mandan is here, so hopefully they can play at full strength, because that's going to be so... it's going to be really difficult to win the 2v3, I'll say that much.
Yeah, and they were even close, to be honest, in that 2v3.
And as this match gets underway... As this match gets underway again, I think Jack's starting to get more comfortable with his inertia auto with the 5 power cells. That's been helping them a lot, because it's 147 to 128 right now, and they're up yet again. And Maktar going for the defense. We'll see how effective they're able to be this time around. 161 to 146. Ka-Chow, a big jam right now. She's struggling, but she does get there eventually. Bacon is right on her. Not sure how they didn't touch, but they didn't really touch. And it's now 204 to 197 in the Red Alliance's favor, as Metal Jello is now there. Oh, we see the climber blocking. There we go. Maktar is here now to try and climber block. Unfortunately, misses them all, but that's okay. It's the thought that counts. 204 to 209.
He did force Metal Jello to hit all outers, though, that cycle, so that's still
true.
Really good.
That's true, and is now getting in the way of Toby and Jack. And again, the biggest thing is, like, mostly avoiding the techs, which is very admirable. And we see climbers up again. Looks like Metal Jello's going for the outers once more.
Ooh,
some of those maybe... most of those miss, yeah. So well done. Maktar's maybe going to get respawned, but not a big deal. Kind of gets him back to where the robots were anyways. So Maktar's really putting the pressure on Metal Jello. Even though, they're only up by 50, but a lot of that is like there was a full cycle that Metal Jello just shot to the floor. So, can't say that doesn't contribute.
Wheel available for both alliances, but nobody going for it. Actually, Jello is going for it.
Jello is, yep. And Ka-Chow looks like she's about to finish off this cycle. Maktar is probably going to go do the wheel right now for Red to respond in that case. So 371 to 315. This one's just not going right for the Blue Alliance. The defense is really hurting them. And so, and they're not really defending Ka-Chow and Bacon, so it's not like they're countering I would love to see Jack the Man Dan starting to feel a little more confident in his defense.
Oh, Confusion, Kachow, and
But
Maktar.
confusion on blue too
On
between
blue, too?
Jack and
Oh,
Jello.
my.
Oh my.
Okay.
So remember when Maktar was saying I was lagging really badly? Unfortunate. 467 to 398. Your unofficial score that does stand, which means it's going to be a 4-1 series. Yeah, I don't know what these climbs are, but climb. I mean, if you win and you didn't climb, like you still won, I guess. So no need
Calculated.
Exactly. It's just calculated. They didn't want to they wanted it to be a close match. They wanted to keep it close. And so for 12s versus the Benchwarmers, this one will go in the French team's favor, 4-1. But really well done, I think. We're starting to see the Benchwarmers come into their own form with this series. And I think taking one off of Les 12s was a really good step in hopefully becoming a more competitive and well-rounded team. Because that's one of the tough things about being a lower seeded team is everyone has a very solid like number one robot.
Yeah.
So there's not a ton of flexibility, and so hopefully as you develop those like motor skills, you can become more flexible. I say that as if I'm ever gonna do anything other than inertia. LOL.
Hey, there's always hope.
Hey, there is always hope.
We all know inertia players can't aim, but you know, someday
inertia
maybe.
Gang. Someday, indeed.
No, I'm just kidding. There's a lot of great stuff that inertias do, especially with relation to positioning and robot-to-robot interactions that you
Are
don't
you just trying to make
do.
me feel better?
Nope. No, unironically.
Isn't it your favorite robot?
I wouldn't go that far. But it is, let's just say, passable.
Where's Nick862? We can ask him what his favorite robot is.
Hey, ping him.
Alright, one
Maybe
moment.
he'll come on.
Oh, that would be a blast.
Alright, folks, we're just getting set up for the next matchup, which we will reveal in just a second here, but it is going to be an interesting one, I think.
And what makes you say that?
Well, a few things.
Yeah?
Specifically, that these two teams are playing against each other, as you can see on the screen now.
Oh, your favorite teams! Baton Gaming and We the North. We the North, obviously, Brennan's team, so if you're in chat, this is where we get to flame Brennan for a solid, like, at least 4 matches straight. Great. No comment?
So, I mean, sure. This is a brutal matchup for Graviton, let's be real. We don't really expect them to pull out a win here. But
wow,
what do we
you're just
expect
going
from them?
straight to it. You're like, oh, we don't expect to win.
I mean, they may be my favorite team, but I know when my favorite team is outmatched, and this is one of those times.
Alright, well, what would you say is a spicy prediction, then, that we could make for this match? If we're gonna do a prediction here,
Well, we
gotta
definitely
be...
need a point differential.
Are we point differential, or are we penalty differential?
Nah, let's go points. Points encompass penalties as well. So, and I think we've seen that oh my goodness, I'm completely Flying Dragons had some better performance in some of the matches with not getting tagged, so maybe that's less of a big deal. What's a good point gap, do you think?
Adam's saying if Graviton can keep a match within 100, then that's a win for them. I would be inclined to agree. I think that's probably one of the best things that they can hope for. How are people feeling about the differential
of them compared to other people? So they lost to Specialists by around 250 points each time.
So why don't we do 150 then? We'll say they'll get a match within 150 points.
250 to 150? I think Specialists, like
I'd have
Oh,
to say
wait, they
at
didn't
least
get a match
250.
within... Wait, they didn't get a match within 250 of the specialists?
They did barely, I think.
Okay, so maybe... We'll go 200, because they've been improving,
Sure.
and you're bad at the game, so...
Yeah, and we've seen
possible.
We the North kind of not do so well sometimes, for lack of a better word.
Like I just said, you're bad at the video game.
Does Graviton come within 200 points in a match? Yes. No. Alright, predictions up.
Don't forget to gamble away your points.
Absolutely.
If you were in the matchup,
did.
however, you may not do that. So don't be that.
Tegan can't vote.
I can't vote. This is true. Yeah, sorry, Logan, you can't.
Oh, wow. Somebody saying absolutely yes.
Oh my goodness.
2,700.
Who is going ham on that one? My goodness.
Adam has faith.
Adam has faith? Well, alright, Adam.
I love the faith.
No for 364, so everyone's pulling out the stocks here. We need faith? I mean, Brennan, do you have faith in Graviton?
Of course, they're my favorite team. They're getting better, and I think maybe if they keep it with like clean, and then We the North trolls, then they can definitely have a match within 200.
It just takes one match with Throne Climbs, Adam says, and that is true. Machar's got 800 on yes. That's not possible because Adam put 2,000 and there's only 2,700.
Okay, so a little bit
lied.
more no now.
Oh wow, okay, someone really thinks no.
Sam says when We the North trolls, not if. Fair enough. We have been known to kind of take things a little bit easier on things to make it a little bit closer. And if we lose, we lose. It happens. Sometimes you got to take those L's to learn. Triple OG 4 games.
The L in loser stands for learning.
Fair enough.
You didn't find that funny at all, did you?
It was hilarious. Okay, so we do have everything locked in. Looks like most people going for not within 200 points in a match. But we will have to see with game number 1. And it should be a good series. I'm excited to see what happens from a bird's eye perspective this time. And off we go.
And so with all robots on the move, we already see contact here between Cohen and Flying Dragon. And poor Flying Dragon, I think, still gets like 3 or 4 power cells out of it. But already off to a rough start for Graviton Gaming. 116 to 88 right now for your Blue Alliance, who is going to be in the lead. And Cohen respawning on top of Max. That tech will get discounted, but Cohen's just not here for a good time. Oh no, he's here for a good time, not a long time, you know, when he respawns and stuff. Cone and Flying Dragon now going toe-to-toe in the center. Will Flying Dragon respawn before the tech? Indeed he does. So we're actually really close right now, 172 to 177. Brennan and Logan, you know, the main scorers for the team, Logan's finding there's no hopper for him to take advantage of. Flying Dragons does get tech, so that's going to help extend the Blue Alliance advantage now 255 to 181, and another tech for Flying Dragon. That makes it 50 points in fouls right now, which is unlucky. Cone shooting at a wall, that's a good point. Did miss some of his power cells, but he's back on the move now. Looks like Brennan and Dragon again tangled up. Not totally sure what are you trying to do here, sir?
We're just giving a high five, okay?
Are you okay? Sounds good. Like you're just chilling? And you're gonna hit your own teammate too. Nice. You know, hitting Logan, who is all lined up perfectly, and
always.
Wow.
And so Logan right now, he's really just waiting. Like, he's sitting there like, please give power cells to me. And oh no, Dragon's another text. That's 75 points in text.
Yeah, looking for the climbs and nearing a 200-point gap here. It's going to be close for the bettors even on match 1. We the North struggling to get that gap and that differential with 7 seconds left. Cone getting some extra shots.
So Dragon lined up nice and early, which is good, and then Daviato and Max can bring up the climb. It looks like we're not gonna, you know, instantly hit that prediction there. It's 477.07 though, but I mean, maybe if someone hadn't spent his time high-fiving the other robots for half the match, it wouldn't have been, like, maybe it would have been a little more decisive,
Perhaps. All right, taking a look at the breakdown there. 3 fouls on the Red Alliance, totaling for 75 points.
There is minus 25. That foul there that you see for Graviton doesn't exist because that was a spawn foul, like y'all saw when Cone was on top of, I believe it was Max. So those points do disappear, but otherwise the score is pretty locked in.
All right, perfect. So I'd say that was close for Graviton, to be honest. They got their climbs. They didn't get fouled like 100 times, and you know, they didn't look too bad. So I'm excited to see match number 2.
Yeah, that's good. And so with match number 2 getting underway, again, autonomous is a big thing to quickly get some points, and we see Dragon, I think, only gets 1 power cell out of auto, and it's kind of like, where do I go? What do I do? And is gonna shoot at the very last second. Doesn't get that one in auto, but that's okay, no stress. Flying Dragon's now gonna pick up his power cells that were rebounded and shoot those to start getting some contributions up on the board, and those all do go into the inner. So 197 to 93, make that 222 to 99. Unfortunately, this one might be looking a little bit more rough. And so 254 to 146. Cone being a bully and auto in the rendezvous zone. Exactly. Not even giving Dragons a chance. As Brennan's now... Are you on the inertia now? The triple inertia?
No, it's 2
oh, no, that's Robo 2.
1 tiers and 2 inertia.
Yeah, so changing up the robots. Still seeing 2 OGs, 1 inertia for the Red Alliance.
Cone getting a massive steal here, pushing Daviato across the field.
Oh, dragging him with him! Unfortunate. Daviato does get away, and we'll go straight to popping that hopper, which... When Cone is, like, right there, and Logan's right there...
Logan?
Logan...
Wait.
And, like, doesn't get punished for it! What's he doing?
He does get reset. He does get reset. Okay.
Yeah, he shoots them away, but doesn't get teched out for it. And that was greeting for those power cells there. 444 to 213 currently. Yeah, okay then, as 450 to 241, so we're still within that 200-point margin. Logan, again, just escaping getting reset with a full hopper. Daviato, again, popping the human player station, and Cone and Logan, with no remorse, will just go clean it up.
Oh, man. Look at that steal from Cone.
Logan, notably, is picked up a grand total of no power cells from that adventure, but Cone did get a nice big chunk of power cells right there. And we see Flying Dragons lined up nice and early. Max being bullied by Logan as there's some contact occurs, but as everyone gets up at the end or not, we see 675 to 350. So this one was a little bit more decisive. And I think there may have been some more fouls assigned this time. Actually, only 50 points, you know, it feels like more. But the auto and the end game being a big detractor for Graviton there. Brennan, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think it still was a pretty decent match from the Red Alliance. The Blue Alliance with We the North definitely more coordinated with the steals this time, which kind of choked out a lot of the ball supply for the Red Alliance. We saw that they were being disrupted multiple times at the loading station with Daviato getting pushed around, Max, and them just getting blocked out while a steal was happening, and that just removes balls from the flow of the game that they would have otherwise would have liked to have.
Well, sometimes you can't get what you want, but you do get what you need. Are we gonna get DCMA strike for that?
No. But, okay.
Well, this match is gonna be difficult for the Red Alliance, as they have only scored 6 points so far. Max, oh no, Flying Dragon just getting it totally punished by Logan, and really was not respecting the end of the auto period there, just kind of committing to something.
Are you even able to score with this robot? Oh, Logan just got teched.
Well, there you go, now you can score with that robot. You know, Logan really just bullying Max in whatever robot that is. I don't even know what robot that is.
Yeah,
looks kind of cool.
Don't
though.
Either. Max trying to bait out the techs.
Yeah, and I mean, hey, if it works.
Defense on the robot for some reason.
Landing on top of Brennan, by the way. Oh, Code lands on top too. I mean, honestly, all things you can.
God. To steal. So dirty.
Wait, Max, you can do it. You can get the logo.
Oh, he got a logo. Let's go.
He's OP. He's OP. And I mean.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, he's now, I think, stuck in his opponent's trench. Oh god, no, is Logan gonna respawn him? 130 to 357 is Daviato and Flying Dragon just doing what they can. Trying their best. Flying Dragon's almost matching Max's contribution. Getting close. Will hopefully.
Oh no.
Max also getting teched out again is unfortunate.
Oh no.
And
oh no.
Oh no! So this is not going to be the match where they keep it within 200. That's my hot take here. Yeah, hot takes here.
Yeah, this is definitely not within 200 point margin here.
And Brennan, you're just stealing, like, oh, we got, like, Logan feeding. Dragon, if Dragon can score one more power cell, they will beat Max's contribution right now, okay? Oh, he's back push bot! He's back push bot! And he's getting teched again!
No. Oh no.
Oh my goodness, Max. He's going. Oh, because he's getting reset.
Climbs.
Yeah, Max trying to climb. Max is up. Max is up. Flying Dragon's getting reset, and that just was. Was that a 400 point match?
Yeah.
Was this the fourth matchup? I believe it was. Was it the fourth match or the third match?
This is the third.
Okay, never mind then.
So yeah, any score corrections here taken?
No. Just questions. No corrections, just questions.
Well, yeah. That's a thing. That did happen.
It did, and I don't know how. I'm just a little stunned, okay? Like, I'm not easily speechless. I normally speak way too much. But, I mean, just sometimes it'd be like that.
We have another interesting robot choice here from Max.
Max is on... Max, I don't know what robot that is. Oh, I remember this. Max is on a long extending robot. You know, maybe that can work to block some... Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, you've got a big reach. You can use it to grab things. But it also, like, extends almost infinitely. 166 to 84 though, so maybe the Blue Alliance will get so focused on like look like he's able to push Cone from so far away.
Oh no!
And then he can get tech.
Double tech.
Dragon getting tech. Poor like Daviano's just trying. Okay.
Wait, Cone has him. Oh, okay, there.
He's
Logan's
trying.
just trying to push him into the tech. Oh no.
I mean.
Oh no.
I mean.
Okay, he's just playing it safe now. In the no,
Oh, he's gone.
He's swapping
what will
robots,
he come back
maybe.
as? What will he come back as? Pushbot, inertia.
All right, pushbot it is.
Pushbot.
Oh no. Immediately and flying dragons. No.
This is going from bad
Not
to worse.
again.
This is just bad.
Wait.
Remember
Logan's doing the
thing?
Oh
Yep.
no, he's doing the thing to Max. Max can reset at any point, but he just no.
Yep. Max can legally reset, okay? Don't.
Okay,
there we go.
He's
Nice.
been
He got
reset
it.
now.
He got
He's
it.
safe.
He got it. He got it.
Wait, please no.
No.
Oh, no.
No.
The steal from on the other side though. What is that steal?
Oh,
All right,
you
Max
just
has
got
gotten
out of
out, and he's jumping off the field.
Totally gives up. And so this is just going from
Brennan gets tech there by flying
Yeah.
dragons.
this is just going from bad to worse for the poor. Oh, and Max even gets respawned right before the end. Oh no. And so there are a few changes here. We're not gonna hit that 200 point threshold. But 325 points in tech fouls. One of those. So okay, let me just explain here. Blue did spawn tech, so that's negative 25 points for blue. However, they also get 50 points for endgame D occurring. So blue will get a final score of 824 points for the net plus 25 because of the spawn tech versus the endgame. Nicely
Oh,
done.
no. That was a little bit brutal. Okay. That the constant text by Logan earned him a 276 contribution.
Not even 300. He's washed.
Man. Well, unfortunately, for anybody who predicted that push bots would be within 200 points, you are sorely mistaken, unfortunately, and that's going to make a few people happy.
Bacon Hermit Maxar saying my teammate can hit 300 without text. Logan washed SMH.
True.
So it was a pretty 50-50 one there, actually, for who thought it would be within 200 versus not within 200. Unfortunately, not today for Graviton Gaming, but could have been worse.
It definitely could have been worse.
That's all I have to say about that.
I'm just going to get the next match set up here.
Yeah, what matchup is this gonna be?
Well, that would be a spoiler now, wouldn't it?
It's literally about to come up in like 2 seconds.
That's true.
And
but
you
it
also
gives us time to
posted
talk
what
about
the
it.
schedule was. Okay?
It gives us time to talk about it on the fancy graphics screen where we can see all their beautiful logos and fantastic imagery.
There's no imagery award. Or I can delete... Can I can't delete messages as a mod? I should be able to, should I not?
Of Twitch?
Yeah.
Sure.
No, like I physically can't.
Okay.
Maybe I just don't know what the button is.
It's just a button, forehead.
You know what? Tay struggling. Yeah, normally there's a little trash can or a clock next to your names.
Clock.
Well, I thought there used to be a clock that I could use for timing them out. I don't know how to do this anymore. I can put in subscriber only mode.
Yeah, I don't think that one's the play.
I was going to, well, I was not planning on timing them out. Like, I literally cannot delete anyone's messages. Maybe if I... Oh, show mod icons. There we go. Easy. I'm stupid. It was a good run. Adios, boys. Yeah, I'll just straight up ban Waxton. Wow, would you look who it is? It's the Specialist versus Sad. I had no idea.
I know you didn't know. That's why I have this fantastic graphic, just so that you know who's
Thank
playing.
you for teaching me. Maktar, I understand the joke. Well, I understand that it was there was 1 full second of spoiler-free content. Yeah, exactly. And so, this matchup is gonna be, I don't know, I think this one's gonna be... Yeah, the purples are very similar between the Specialist flag and the background. I wonder... I don't know, what are you thinking about this matchup?
Well, I think everybody probably thinks Specialists are a little bit, favored here. We saw Sad lose to Jet Black, which I thought they would have had a little bit better of a performance, but, you know, Sad has opportunities to take some matches, and even the series, if they have a good matchup here.
Yeah, I mean, I would not be surprised if this one just was a 4-0 sweep, but if Sad brings their A game today, they could definitely make it competitive. The main thing is being like, is Sad...
I'd be surprised if it's a 4-0 sweep.
What do you think, what do you think it's gonna be?
I think they take 1.
I think 1? Okay. Well...
Like, at least.
Okay.
I could see even 2.
I don't know, chat, what are y'all thinking? I'm thinking that might be a good, I'm thinking that might be a good prediction for us to take a look at. What are you thinking?
Alright, let's do it. Let's send it. I'm gonna get it up. Prediction. Do Specialists sweep? Yes, no.
And I did not.
Bang!
I did not ref this match, so that means I get to make a prediction for once.
Beautiful. I don't know who did, actually.
Julia.
Avalon has no knowledge of these teams. They only mop. What? They only mop?
They don't sweep, they only mop, Brennan. Get it? Your audio cut out, but I assume you went, oh...
Well, stream can hear me.
Oh, well, whatever. Fine. So there's Sad, or there's... So, maybe we'll talk about who is on these 3 teams, because I think that's always a good way to get to know people a little bit. You know, where are they from, what their experience level is, and I know the Specialists are Josh, and Adam. Waxton, there we go, that was the third one that I couldn't remember, and then Sad, we have Dakota, Space Turtle, and Andrew. So all very seasoned players. Space Turtle a little newer. Dakota, newer. No, not newer, what am I saying? That sounded so stupid. Space Turtle's newer, Dakota and Andrew are more experienced and seasoned.
True.
If you were a seasoning, what type of seasoning would you be?
I don't know.
That's not fun.
What about you?
I would be paprika.
Because you're, like,
spicy but not.
And a little bit sweet and really good with some sugar.
How is paprika sweet?
It's not like spicy. It's like you mix some paprika and like it's really good for various meats. And you know, it adds a little bit of like, it's not like heat spice. It's got like, it's like sweet and sour sauce. I don't know. I don't really know what. I just knew that paprika was a spice, and I couldn't think of anything. Like I'm not oregano. That would be like a green leaf. Like, do I look like a leaf to you?
I'm gonna put in a poll here. Is paprika sweet?
I'll go get a tablespoon of it, and I'll let you know one moment.
Because I don't think that's a thing. Paprika is not sweet. Sounds like she's having problems with finding that. But while we wait for that, we are gonna have the match starting in just a little tiny bit here.
Good news, everyone. I found the paprika.
Is it sweet?
Oh, I haven't gotten to that part yet. I just had to come back so you could get my live reaction. Should probably get like a spoon or something. Anyways, you can start commentating the match.
Yeah, looks like they're just getting ready here. Unanimous, no, it's not sweet. 7-0.
The only time I've ever like had paprika is with like hash browns or like salmon. Okay?
Okay.
Shut up and commentate the match. I have to find a spoon.
We got an epic match here. Specialist versus Sad. Adam getting the extra +2 steal because of the 3 Tallbot Sad alliance here. We have a double inertia tiers for the Red Alliance. Adam just baiting for those techs. One of the things he really loves to do is sit in that blue triangle and catch out some of the unsuspecting Red Alliance robots, potentially. And Blue Alliance with a bit of a lead here. 192 to 159. Clean match so far. And most of the gap coming from Autonomous, but also a bit of a noticeable teleop differential as well as Adam gets in position for climber block.
I was wrong.
She just ate a spoonful of paprika, expecting to like have sugar or something.
I thought it was sweet.
No. Wow, unfortunate. All right, jumping back into this match, Red Alliance up by about 50 points. Adam getting in the way with a climber block, really bullying the Red Alliance and slowing down their scoring efforts as Josh makes it around the defense as Adam smoothly transitions from defense to counter D and basically has no downtime there for Josh, and Dakota not even in time to get back for the climber block. So Blue Alliance inertia difference really making everything. I don't know, man, can't even talk. But yeah, doing a great job there is Adam. Waxton getting caught up a little bit with Dakota. Dakota is finding some access onto some of the priority targets defensively. Adam getting a couple steals, getting flipped, but lands upright as he's just in time to counter out Dakota. As Dakota gets some bumps off on Waxton, but changes targets. Gonna fire off some shots and get ready. Waxton doing the wheel. We haven't seen a lot of people actually doing the full wheel in the last 2 series that we've had. 2 seconds left.
We'll see as they go
oh,
up.
Man. Looks like some missed climbs on blue, but maybe red had the same issues.
Yeah, specialists are in blue, so the logos are flipped backwards. But what It looks like I think blue got up for the most part, but I'm not totally sure. Also, I changed my answer. I would definitely not be for paprika. Tastes gross on its own. I was wrong about paprika.
Brilliant.
The logos are still wrong, I think.
Yep. No, they're gonna be wrong for the duration, just because.
Oh, they joined in on the wrong servers, didn't they? Or wrong alliances, didn't
No,
they?
there was some confusion with. It's fine. It's not their fault.
Oh, but it's more fun to blame the players. Either way, Specialist going up 1-0, and yeah, missed climbs again all around. 35 for sad, which is pretty sad for them. Specialists were, I don't know, special. They did a good job of putting up themselves. No, don't blame the players. Blame Brennan, says Waxton.
Exactly.
We'll see. I don't know. Who deserves the blame?
It was an error from my end.
SMH. Well, as we move along now, this next match already underway, and we're seeing some pretty high scores coming out of Autonomous here, as the Specialist putting up 132 this time around.
Yeah, it looks like we do see a robot change here for Dakota going on to the OG. Gonna see if that they can find some more, oh my. Ref probably just lagging out a little bit there.
Yeah,
but,
I would
trying to find some more
before.
scoring opportunities here for the Red Alliance as Andrew's getting caught up by Andrew.
Andrew's getting caught up by Andrew?
Andrew's getting caught up by Andrew. Adam, sorry.
And so, something that I really want to point out is, like, you know, I'm not very experienced when it comes to playing SRC Sim, but what I can confidently say is Space Turtle is one of the most annoying players that I've ever played against with his defense. Sorry, with his defense. Like, it's just so in your face. It gets on your nerves. You play poorly because it's on your nerves. It's the perfect defense, but it's so gosh darn annoying to play against. And so Space Turtle, you know, only has that 45 contribution to his name, but that's because he's putting in the work to make lives difficult on the Blue Alliance.
Yeah, I mean, specifically, I think Adam is also doing a good job of stopping that, right? Adam's taking the brunt of that force, and while maybe keeping Adam out of the game, he knows that Josh and Waxton are free scoring. As Adam's stuck on Space Turtle, maybe can capitalize on a tech here. He's going to get pushed around. No, Andrew just smashes into him, gets him off the bumper, and that's going to save Adam there.
A little bit of probably unintentional from Andrew to help out the enemy here, but we do see respawning Adam once more. Red Alliance has the option to go for the final stages of the wheel. So like you said, we haven't been seeing it a ton, but Red Alliance will go for it in the final few seconds.
Oh, they didn't do
misses it, but they did make it a stab at it. Wouldn't have made the difference for them either way, as they all get up in the end. The big thing here that I do want to point out is the closeness between to Andrew, who put up the top score for Sad and Josh. There was like 1 point between the two of them.
250 to 251.
Yeah, so it all comes down to like how the other players performed, and Space Turtle just, I think, was 25 fewer, so that's half your gap there. Dakota was about 20 fewer, so there's the rest of it. It's just unfortunate for Sad, as they are now down 2 in this series. But at least everyone climbed, so, you know, improvement from series to series.
Very true. Match number 3, I know, apologies that the logos are swapped. It is the Specialists who are up 2-0.
And as we see the match get underway, again, big thing for these two teams will be the Autonomous, and we see they're sticking with Tribot for now. Interested to see Dakota doing that, just because he does get teched out. That was greedy from him. I didn't even see like a circle pop up. It's just
I don't
the
think
one
it was
place he left down.
greedy necessarily, more of a miscommunication between Space Turtle and Dakota, where Space Turtle was supposed to be blocking that out. He didn't quite have it, and then that wasn't communicated to Dakota.
Would you be able to pop the names up?
Oh, yes. There you go.
Fabulous, thank you. And so Dakota now, big cycle incoming from him. Adam going
got
straight
tech
to
there.
rush Andrew. He gets text.
Yeah, he's going to push all the way in here for this.
Yeah, he's going to get pinned out. Does not get a second tech. Got away in time for that to be a concern for them right now. But Dakota going in, one steal, gets out this time. So they're down still. SAD is still down by about 30 points. But the specialists might be feeling the pressure a little bit here. Dakota and Andrew, another miscommunication as Dakota was stuck in the trench waiting for Andrew to finish his cycle.
Yeah, wheel being completed now for the Red Alliance. That's Dakota. Adam gonna go for a big steal here. Can Space Turtle punish? No, doesn't get the tech, and Adam gets out scot-free. Doesn't even have to shoot the balls, so big win there for the Blue Alliance.
We do see Josh right now. He was able to get a full hopper, but they are definitely feeling the effects of ball starvation a little bit. Just not necessarily getting as many as they want out of that human player station. We see Josh waiting there now for all the power cells, and not great. A lot of them did fly off into the void there, but ends up getting enough for a full cycle. He'll make his way back here with the final 18 seconds of the match. Space Turtle climber defense going. Looks like he might just avoid being teched and instead going to be reset on top of the initiation line on his side. Gives him time.
Andrew misses wheel. Maybe just counts in time. Yep.
Yeah, and it looks like as the climbs go up, I'm not sure if that counted for them. That would have been a big deal, but yet again, Specialist just outperforming by the slimmest of margins.
Yeah, so does that score stand? Are we looking good, or... Perfect. So, yeah, 3-0. Just, once again, like, as you mentioned, just outperforming, basically across the board. Aside from, I would say Andrew and Josh are pretty evenly matched.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But I think it's also hard, too, with Andrew. Like, eventually you learn how to communicate with the non-verbal players, but, you know, Specialists are just playing a little bit more cohesively today. And Josh with the 283, that match is just really well performed from him.
Yeah, 283 from Josh in that last match. I'm not sure if there was techs involved. Did outperform Andrew by a significant margin, but
either way, they're caliber players, I would say, and that's one of the biggest things. And again, seeing people sticking with their robots, and again, you know, maybe Space Turtle looks like he's gonna be picking up from the blue human player station and isn't challenged at all for that, so didn't even need to like be protected by Dakota. And Adam's gonna get possibly respawned. Actually ends up just shooting them away,
the bump
but
coming though. Oh.
Yeah, and that's gonna have a big difference. And a double. Yeah, getting both Dakota and Andrew off their guard. But Dakota's got a big close cycle incoming if he can deal with Adam's defense. Adam, though, will instead focus on... Adam's doing a really good job here playing defense on two different
both
people.
Of them, and gets out with the hopper. Oh, man.
Like, that's just well played from him. And it's like... He was able to be really effective against heroes, and Space Turtle does get teched. Got caught up on Josh from the looks of it.
Oh,
but Adam will get teched. Yeah, the response from Red Alliance.
Good job from Dakota there, and being spun, almost getting a spawn tech there. Bump coming in.
So Adam really not even phased by being reset. He was just right back to where he needed to be. The positioning from Specialist has just been exceptional in that regard. They're just where they need to be constantly.
You can see, though, there, Adam had to adapt because he knew Dakota could bump him like that into the trench and get that tech.
And as a result, Andrew was basically able to shoot off pretty freely there. So
I mean,
their
it's
lines just
hard. You've
getting
got one
colliding
defense
there.
robot. You've got one defense robot against 2 players, right? And that's a really good climber block right there. Andrew having to back up within the trench. So, like, Andrew as one person is making a really big impact on the lives of multiple. And Space Turtle here is going to get respawned. Because he's the inertia, he's getting respawned in the center of the field, so it's not impacting Dakota or Andrew who are trying to score. But it's still, you know, impacting the flow of the match. And Space Turtle getting tipped up a little bit, too, for a brief moment. Goes for the hit on Waxton, but is too little too late. Waxton already finishing that cycle and didn't commit to the climb blocking either. So with 4 seconds left, looks like it's going to be that 4-0 sweep. There's no ref calls involved in this match either. So this one's definitely, I think, the closest match we've had thus far, and it shows in the score. But yeah, that just didn't happen. And even with the Specialists only getting 55 points in the end game, they still were able to take the win comfortably.
Yep, absolutely. And yeah, predictions now gonna be doled out. Specialists do sweep, and that was by far the underdog opinion here. And I think Sad got a little bit close, but wasn't quite enough in the end.
I mean, there were definitely like minor things that they do that could have changed the outcome of the match, but it's just really tricky. And I mean, all things considered, it was a really good series. I quite enjoyed watching it, and even though it was only 4 matches, I think that Sad has been showing leaps and bounds. I think Space Turtle in particular, one of our fastest improving players, has been doing quite a good job. The match will be starting, the breakout will be starting shortly, and we see here we got the Specialists versus Guitar Heroes, in which should be a banger of a series. Brennan, what are you looking forward to most here?
Well, I mean, I don't think anybody would be surprised to see Specialists take this one as well, 4-0, given the Guitar Heroes probably the weaker team compared to Sad. But I'd like to see some good things from Guitar Heroes and see how they can gel as much as possible.
Yeah, and I think here we saw like a very good performance from the Specialists, and they might have been warmed up a little bit. I'm not sure how quickly they played this in proximity to their Sad matchup. But, I mean, I think they definitely have the potential to take this one 4-0, but I think Guitar Heroes, they're not to be underrated. I think they'll put up, some fight. They've got some fight in them. They're feisty.
All right. We do need another prediction for this one.
We do. Does anyone have any?
We're gonna have to go point differential on this one.
I'm thinking so. So,
what about 150. Within 150.
Yeah, I think that's practical. I think that's reasonable. And it sounds like they were back-to-back series for Specialists. So, maybe Specialists they're either gonna be warmed up or they're gonna show a little bit of fatigue. So we're not, we'll see how they're able to perform in their back-to-back matchups. So you can win some channel points if you make the correct predictions. Will Guitar Heroes get within 150 points?
750 points. Yeah, we're gonna see like 3,000 to 1,000 blowouts.
There we go. I'll put in my 2 cents there. I think they can do it. I have faith. I don't know, because I didn't watch, but
yeah, nor do I. So this is going to be new for me as well. Hope the total game differential is over 700.
Jeez. I mean, hey, if Specialists can put up 750 points, I'll be impressed. I think the highest we've seen was the 824 from from We the North, and that was in a special set of circumstances.
Yeah,
if I had to
lots of
label
tech
them.
fouls.
And that is things that I honestly really like about this. You know, the matches aren't broadcasted live, so you have time to forget what you did and how you played. And you can be, you know,
You
surprised
get to
at
relive
how
the
you
pain
played.
all over again.
Exactly.
No, I mean
And
across
so
all games so that we can keep North's #1 spot. True.
they're coming for your crown, bro. How do you feel about that?
Definitely possible. Let me look at the current rankings here. Yeah, Specialists sitting in second, so they do need just over 700 total differential to take the #1 spot away from We the North. Of course, Specialists does have that one loss on the record, but We the North hasn't played versus Alliance 4 or Specialists yet, who are the other top 2 teams in the top 3 and definitely considered the best for TLS.
Well, there you go. Get wrecked.
All right, we're ready to go. Not with the results, with the match.
Uh-oh. Did that show to...
No, this is...
Oh, they were playing around beforehand, right.
Yeah.
Waxen only scoring 5 seems like a totally realistic match.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
No, we're not that bad. We're not gonna spoil it for you like that sometimes.
All right, off we go. And we're going to see if they can continue with their hot streak here with getting some good point differential on the board to try and climb up the rankings here is the Specialists.
And so we see total, total control from the Specialists in their last series, but we'll see, where their weaknesses lie. We'll see if Guitar Heroes,
Gluten Heroes.
Guitar Heroes are able to do that. And we do see Ricardo did a very good job of holding Josh.
Ricardo just bullying Waxton over there in the corner, and Waxton shooting a whole bunch of outers there.
Yeah, and Adam having to respawn too, so they may not have a lot of scoring. We see Sam popping up a bunch of power cells there and pinning out Josh. Sorry, not Josh, rather Adam yet again. It's just Josh's name tag was over top of where I was looking.
Yeah. Blue getting
241
starved
to
here,
134.
so Adam's trying real hard for the steals. And we are right on that threshold of 150. Actually, 100, sorry. So getting close to that 150 threshold. Adam getting another good steal here. Waxton trying to go in. He's going to go in, but not going to get much. Adam comes in behind. Gets a couple there. And it's all about the slowly taking those power cells. And now
All
we
about
see a
the
good
slowly.
steal. Now we see a good steal from Adam.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, realistically, Specialists don't need to do anything crazy to keep control of the match, but for things like their differential, they're going to look for, maybe those a little more risky plays. When the stakes are low.
Yeah, but Specialists definitely, they already have a loss on their record to Alliance 4 in 7 games, so they're going to look to try and hope that they can pull off a win versus We the North to kind of get that tiebreaker, a little bit closer. If there's some throws by Alliance 4, then maybe they can get up there in terms of the overall rankings. And
you know that these aren't Alliance 4 and We the North right now, right?
No, I know. I'm just saying
I was confused. I'm like...
that's their main competition, right? In terms of
Right. Nah, I totally get that. Yeah, that loss was extenuating circumstances. We'll take them back in a limb, says Waxton. Well, right now, 589 to 399, so you're on the right track here. You're playing well today. And we're seeing there some well played.
Nearly 200 points there.
Yeah. And what is it? It's 150 that we're looking for?
Yeah. So that does clear it for now.
I mean, Guitar Hero is only at a 30 endgame. Okay, so let's not get on the hate train. They're gonna be fine.
Yeah, very
Okay.
true.
However, they do have to climb to be fine. So if they'd like to do that in their next match, I would appreciate that, because I put 300 power cells on them.
So yeah, Specialists will be going up 1-0 as we get ready for match number 2. And we see a robot change for the Specialists. No longer Specialists.
They're...
Waxton on Inertia.
Yeah, that's a different one, and that's not something we normally see. Obviously, you know, the Specialists are known for playing on their 3 robots, but I guess if they think the stakes are lower here, if you're gonna try something out, and you don't have a scrim partner, maybe, then it's the time to do it, eh?
Yeah, get some good practice in. Waxton getting the steal from the Red Alliance trench, which is great. And then getting the block off. Well, being prepared for the block. There wasn't actually any Red Alliance member that was quick enough to come back to try and contest that steal from Adam. But they pulled it off cleanly nonetheless. Only a 10-point lead here for the Blue Alliance, though. So maybe a little bit less of a dominating performance potentially here coming. Unless Blue Alliance can find some more pace.
So so they were thinking that the 2 offensive robots were ball starving too hard. Waxton going to the other robot, and I mean, I think that's a fine concept, but when you get teched out like that, you're really actually making it quite a close match, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, Red Alliance definitely within striking distance, especially if they can get one more tech off. And there's that one more tech. Waxton getting tech twice now.
And now it's all tied up, 263 to 263. Yeah. So absolutely seeing, you know, Josh here obviously pulling the majority of the scoring weight for the Blue Alliance here. It's a little more evenly distributed on the Red Alliance right now, 262 to 284. Waxton saying, "I am not good at inertia." Well, you are now losing this match right now.
Adam's in trouble. Oh.
And another tech
from Mike.
Yeah, Mike actually really making good opportunities there. And we're seeing, you know, the Blue Alliance, they're trying something new and they're just getting, you know, punished for it. We're seeing Sam, Mike, and Ricardo, they're just not having any of it. And so 364 to 332 right now is the score with 37 seconds. We see Reds looking for rotation control. Not at the position control yet. We only really see that with the upper echelons of teams as kind of the vibe that I've been getting, so I don't think either of these teams will go that far, but the extra 10 points is nice. 381 to 386 with 20 seconds left.
Yeah, man, screw the 150 points. Red Alliance could win this match. Look at Adam, he's getting blocked out, gonna get reset. Oh, Sam getting stuck underneath the trench a little bit there, gonna get ready for climbs now.
Red going early to climbs, not sure if that's the right call for them, because it looks
Sam
like there's
can't
some
get on the bar.
Sam's not up. Blue Alliance is, and so with that, it is going to be, you know, practice makes perfect. The Blue Alliance pulling out their experience there to get a climb at the end. And I think that's got to be what seals the deal here. Was that 75 points in techs for the Alliance?
Well, we can take a look, and yes, you're correct. 75 points in fouls, and that gives Red Alliance just enough to stay within that 150.
I am so good at these predictions. Let's go. Give me my power cells. Yeah, Adam's saying, yeah, we didn't try to get 75 points in techs. That's a good point. However, you did. So,
congratulations to the winners that said that, yes, they would be able to get within 150.
And I think the big thing, though, Guitar Heroes, they got lucky with the 75 points and penalties. That made up for the fact they didn't climb, but you really need to climb.
Yeah, they could have won that match if they gotten the climbs, I think.
I don't know if it's
55?
Yeah, 55.
So
I don't think they take the win. But, you know, if Blue could easily miss a balance or, like, one robot could fall off, it was definitely in their ballpark. I'm not sure where it went wrong, because it looked like it was in their court for so long. And then just at the end, it all fell apart for them.
All right, we see them reverting back to their old strategy here. Specialist once again.
Sounds good.
And it is currently 2-0.
And so, what can Guitar Heroes do to take a match? I don't know. What we see is it looks like they've gone back to their planned robot breakdown for the specialist.
Yeah, well, the difference maker for sure was just the ability to punish the steal attempts from the Blue Alliance. They get those techs off on the Blue Alliance and prevent them from getting those steals at the same time. That's going to be the difference maker that can bring Guitar Heroes into the match.
Yeah, and we're seeing here they're only 40 points down for now. 145 left in the match, and we're seeing Mike has a really big cycle coming in on Roboteers and is being left undefended. So this is the kind of stuff we need. And Ricardo is really bullying the Blue Alliance members like Waxton, who's trying to get back.
There you go.
A tech on Adam is going to help out the
Maybe
Guitar
another
Heroes.
one coming here too.
Are they going to get it? It's really close. He might get respawned first. Isn't that such a struggle? Once you've got them so close to getting teched, and then they just respawn right before you can get them into place?
Yeah, Adam was just able to slide out that bumper enough, and then Sam was kind of blocking the trench, so there wasn't much of a avenue for Ricardo to get that tech off, but good attempt there nonetheless.
Absolutely, and I mean, if they keep it up, they could definitely be in contention. Are they down big climber blocks there? That's gonna help out, as Adam does a really good job there of disrupting multiple Red Alliance robots. But Guitar Heroes, if they're able to pick up the pace a little bit in the cycles, Sam able to get that cycle off that she's doing right now pretty quickly. No real hopper issues. But Adam with the big steal it's things like that. Like Ricardo was getting there and instead going up onto Adam and respawning. If Ricardo had been there just a little earlier, he might have been able to punish Adam just a bit better. Does that make any sense?
Absolutely.
And there we go. Now we see, like, this is a little better. Adam's picking them up, and he has to send them over, and at least that means someone has to take the time to go pick them up. 526 to 415, so this one's pretty much done and dusted for the Blue Alliance there. They've pretty much knocked that one out of the park. But we saw some good cohesiveness and definitely some good moves by the Red Alliance this time. And another one that's within 150, so they're really picking up their game.
Yeah, despite the strongest iteration, you could say, of the specialists, they still are able to keep it pretty, close compared to expectations.
I would agree. And so, impressive stuff all around from Guitar Heroes, who was not favored to win this matchup, but is still at least making the specialists work for it. If they let their guard down too much, they could totally throw this one. And obviously they don't want to do that.
Yeah, game number 4, match point for these teams.
And so what do you think we see change? Is that Triple OG coming in from Guitar Heroes?
That is Triple OG coming from both alliances.
Both alliances. Oh, this is gonna be spicy here.
We have not seen Josh 4910 play OG in
ages.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how he does.
This looks like a good meme here, and we do see Blue up by a little bit here. 20 points separating these two alliances as the autonomous period ends. Looks like Sam making her way down the field, going pretty fast, putting up some power cells. This is a throwback, This feels like the good old days, where it was quarantine number 1 and everyone was watching Tiger King and making whipped coffee.
I was not watching Tiger King.
Or making whipped coffee, but you know what I mean, like the OG quarantine.
Yeah, definitely a bit of a throwback here.
You are unamused.
See some good defense here coming from Ricardo. He's going to get pinned out and actually teched out. It's the double whammy on the Red Alliance. A little bit rough for them. And Blue Alliance definitely starting to pull away here. About a 100-point gap. Wheel attempt coming here from Ricardo. A little bit of confusion between him and Sam, but they're going to sort it out relatively quickly here. And Blue is well on their way to the second wheel. Adam gets a pretty good steal here.
Yeah, and we're seeing here, like, I mean, a lot of the players on the Specialists were around when everyone had to play the OG, so at least they're more familiar with it. Sam, Ricardo, Mike, all newer players to the game, so less experience with the robot. Just, you know, even in the memes, the experience of the Specialist is shining through. The Hopper power, though, like, Red Lions could go for the final stage if they wanted to, so not to say they didn't do a good job, but just I think here it was just experience that made the difference, and it makes it a 4-0 sweep officially for the Specialists against Gluten Hands or Guitar Heroes.
Oh my.
I always think of, like, because Gluten Dad made the game, okay? So I don't know why, but my brain just thinks Gluten Hands. Why, I don't know, and for that, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so that wasn't quite enough for Specialists to take the first seed from We the North. The tiebreaker still making the difference there by about 200 points. But Specialists definitely looking very strong as they take the win pretty comfortably here over Guitar Heroes.
I mean, really, I don't know if they were going to get it based off of that matchup against We the North, but the memes were good memes, and so for that, for the experience, we say thank you.
Alright, so we are going to have one more series for today.
Indeed.
I'm just going to get set up here.
Not Cobb, it's okay. We'll be the beginning
First
of the next one.
Yep.
So when will the next one be? That is a good question. We generally don't know off the top of our heads.
Yeah, it's not currently scheduled, but check in the event announcements channel for all the latest updates. As, you'll definitely get pinged if you have the SRC pings role. So make sure you have that role, and you're for sure gonna get heads up for when that matchup is, or when those matchups are gonna be aired on episode 6 of TLS. But before that, to round out episode number 5, let's take a look at our last series here. Good Vibes Only versus Guitar Heroes. We see the return of Good Vibes Only.
And the return of Guitar Heroes.
Yeah, we haven't seen Good Vibes Only in a little bit, at least this episode. And Guitar Heroes coming off of that loss to Specialists, but they looked relatively strong, to be honest.
And I'd say Specialists are one of the strongest teams in the league. And so, you know, I think for them, they could be feeling good coming into this.
Yep, for sure. They definitely put up a decent fight against them, and you know, Good Vibes Only, taking a look at their results, they had that one match, their one series that went to 7 versus We the North. It was really impressive. They 4-0'd the French team, 4-1'd Jet Black, so they definitely look like they're, you know, one of the top competitors too that could potentially be looking to, you know, be in that conversation of the Specialists and Alliance 4. So if they want to be here, I think we want to see a clean 4-0 from them if they want to be kind of keeping their trajectory.
I would agree, and I think this is one of the teams that could totally throw them off there just with one good match. And Guitar Heroes has shown some real moments of potential that if they can convert to a win, even if they don't take the series, I think that'd be really big for their confidence. And so with that, it's possible.
All right, we do need a predictions
We do need a predictions.
So, what do you think is good? Do you think Guitar Heroes has a realistic shot of taking a match off them?
I honestly, I can't comment because I refereed this series. So you can figure that out for yourself.
I'm gonna say yes. They have a decent chance of taking a match. So here we go. Predictions in the chat. Win some more power cells. Does Guitar Heroes take at least one game off of Good Vibes Only? We've seen some strong things from Good Vibes Only. They did drop a game to Jet Black. And they didn't quite beat We the North. And they 4-0'd the French team. Someone coming out strong with no. A little bit on the yes, just in case. But generally people saying no, Good Vibes Only just going to dominate this one so far. You have just over a minute to fill out your predictions here. All I have. Logan has faith that they can get at least one win. Logan hasn't been having good luck with the predictions, you gotta say. He's basically gotten them all wrong, so.
Hey man, you gotta shoot your shot. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take or something, right?
That's true. He's trying to get some points back on. 10 from Cobby. On yes, Guitar Heroes will win at least one match in our final series of the day. And probably shot for shot, the Good Vibes Only just have better players, but I can definitely see some throwing happening where Guitar Heroes, especially Ricardo, can really pop off and disrupt an offensive group where they can find some good angles there.
Absolutely. I think this is definitely possible. Even if it's just for one match, based on what we saw this last time out from Guitar Heroes and what we know about with Good Vibes. Not that I'm sending them bad vibes, because I can't do that. But early start looks like there's some problems with Ricardo's robot.
No, that's actually Codster having issues. And Ricardo.
Both robots disconnecting at the beginning of the
autonomous match. Codster literally just spinning in place. He's giving them a bit of a head start here, I guess. Holy.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, this happened where Ricardo disconnected and Codster got stuck in the loading screen. So had to jump in after rejoining the server. So a little bit of difficulty there, but it looks like they're making it up again quickly. 165 to 154 right now, your current score. As Colin's waiting for those power cells to come in on that Roboteers. He's literally just waiting for the blue lines to shoot him up.
One thing I gotta say that I love about Guitar Heroes is the GH in their name. I love it. Just uniform, like, it's kind of cool. They're all part of a team and all working together great. GH Ricardo getting the tech off on Jack, outplaying. Like I said, this is the win condition that I mentioned. Ricardo can really find these angles that disrupt either the defender or the offense of the Red Alliance that can make the difference.
Absolutely, and here we see 260 to 258. So even despite the autonomous issues all around here, we've got a close match on our hand, and we do see, looks like there was a spawn tech that'll have to get removed there. So keep in mind that this match right now is probably a little bit closer than it seems.
Yeah, a bit of a mid-rendezvous bump there between Mike and Ricardo, but they sort themselves out pretty quickly. Wheel being done by both alliances, basically at the exact same time. Blue a little bit slower. Mike trying to guard the power cells that are just flooding the Blue Alliance station. They're really starving out the Red Alliance and trying to prevent Jack and Codster from getting an angle. Codster gonna get in, and nothing the Blue Alliance can do. Full hopper. Mission accomplished. Bank heist achieved. And we're going to go for climbs.
And so as the robots go up, it looks like this one, remembering there was a spawn tech, looks like it will still go in favor of the Red Alliance. Just taking a quick look at the breakdown, and indeed, it's minus 25 to the Blue Alliance, which means that Good Vibes Only actually has a little bit more comfortable of a win there, and even with a 60 to 78 auto, Good Vibes hang on for that match.
Yep, so we are going to see a final score of 496 to 448 in favor of the Red Alliance.
Indeed. Yeah, the OP autos really coming in clutch there, but
yeah.
Guitar Heroes, again, they've got the potential here, definitely could take a match in this series. Ideally, everyone starts connected to the field this time, and then autos all around are a little bit better.
Okay, Codster started off the field, actually, for this one.
Yes. So Codster, this one, because I was reffing, I know. What Codster did is they waited till they waited till they knew it was going to be go, and then he clicked join server, so he didn't risk getting caught in the loading screen again. So Codster, playing it safe and didn't get a great auto off, but at least everyone knew what was going on, right? And he's able to get into the action a lot quicker.
We do see a lead here for Red Alliance. Mike, was he on Inertia before as well? Yeah, he was, actually. I just realized, good tech there on Jack.
Yeah, that was a really well done move by Guitar Heroes to catch out Jack, who was going for that steal right then. 221 to 195 right now. So again, still very possible for Guitar Heroes here. They're doing what they need to be doing, basically. They just need Ricardo to keep popping off. And we see good moves there, going for the defense if possible, but the counter D of, I believe that's Jack on the Inertia, just making it really difficult.
Yeah, but Sam basically uncontested here, which is really great for the Blue Alliance. Exactly what you want to see for the Guitar Heroes in this kind of composition is you want that OG to just be, undefended, unblocked. Not so great there, actually. Sam getting held up by Ricardo because Ricardo was picking up for a long period of time. But this is still a really close match. Only about 30 or 40 points here. And another tech off on Jack.
Yeah. Teching out Jack is really going to help out the Blue Alliance there as they briefly held the lead now. 378 to 368 with 36 seconds left. So, again, there's no power cells there, though. That's the issue is Codster going back for power cells. And there's like 4 there. Colin likewise, so it's just really tricky when there's where even are the power cells?
Blue's ahead. Yeah, Blue's doing a fantastic job of just hoarding those power cells, making sure that they're not falling behind from the steals. Jack's gonna get a little bit of a steal here as we prep for climbs here. Ricardo, oh no, actually lowers his climber. Nope, climber back up, and now Red is, if they miss a balance or a climb, this could be it. Blue Alliance locking in their climbs. Red Alliance trying to lock in their climbs. And it looks like Red Alliance does come away with the win here.
But it was really last second, and I'm not sure if they ended up getting the points for the color wheel at the end. I know they were trying. And I think that contributed to their teleop score in the end. I believe they did get that. So we saw the 50 points in fouls. Jack was really getting caught out because it was him both times. But still not enough, but this is exactly like Guitar Heroes are doing pretty much everything they can. There's some miscommunications here or there, but even the best of teams have those sometimes, and they're really performing, I'd say overperforming what expectations of them may have indicated.
Yeah, and with that, we are going to see Good Vibes Only up 2-0, but that 2-0 I think is a little bit deceptive. We've seen Guitar Heroes really put up a huge fight, and they still have at least 2 more matches to give it a go to try and get a win on the board.
Absolutely, and we're going to see first ones to shoot in the autonomous are Guitar Heroes, so they're on their toes, quick reactions to the match starting, which can always be a big thing if your teammates start a little sluggish. Power cells all over the field, and Jack is going to go for him, this time getting out without the text, so improvement from him from the last match. But 140 to 134, still plenty of time on the clock, obviously, with 2 minutes, but again, like Brennan said, I think the 2-0 is a little deceptive. I think this has actually been a very close matchup.
Yeah, Jack getting a great steal there, and Ricardo unable to get back in time. Huge steal there, like 10 power cells. And those are all going to find themselves into the goal interport, and that's basically the difference between these 2 alliances so far.
Yeah, so 263 to 177. So Red Alliance, they're getting a little bit ahead with their cycles, but again are going to slowly start to feel the effect of like that Blue Alliance hoarding. You see all of those power cells in the upper right-hand corner of your field right now, pretty much. If they're not in a robot, Blue has them.
Yeah, either in the HP or on the ground being guarded here now by Mike and Ricardo, as Jack's desperately trying to find a couple to score. He's going to pick up one that's kind of in his side of the field and find a place for those back into the goal, but
does really make contact with the Blue Alliance.
Look at this great play from Mike. Can Mike get out? Oh, he doesn't get teched. Wow.
He got reset just in time, and you can tell that he actually got reset because he was gray when he was reset. So that was a really lucky for him there. I don't think it's going to matter as much right now because this just isn't going in Guitar Hero's favor. They're just a little bit slower. The strategy not working for them so well this time around, but it's hard too. They don't have the 50 points and fouls that they had last time, keeping them in it. Jack playing a little more conservative. As I say, he's like stealing from the blue human player station.
Yeah, there's definitely been opportunities, even like at the beginning of this match, where Ricardo almost caught Jack napping in the blue line zone, but just not quite able to hit it this time around. There's 6 seconds left. Colin trying to get that wheel. Looks like he does, but will it count in time?
It must have, based on the way that score jumped, I think. And looks like we are going to have a 3-0 match point right now for Good Vibes Only. This would probably be what I would say was Guitar Hero's weakest match, but that doesn't mean by any stroke of the imagination that they are playing poorly. I think their last 2 matches have been very well done by them, and I think this was just kind of average.
Yeah, definitely. They just weren't able to capitalize on the Jack steals and getting those techs, which kept them in the match previously, and they have one more chance potentially here if they don't get the win to get a win on the board. All right, here we go. We do see a change up. Mike gonna go for the tiers.
Yeah, not sure how I feel about that. What do you think?
I think it's always good to change something up when you're down 3-0. You might as well go for it. What's the worst that happens? The same thing that's been happening 3 times before. You might as well just send it and see what happens. So they're definitely doing a good job here, I think. A little bit of a bump from Kodsar onto Colin. Look at that block from Ricardo onto Colin.
Oh, that was really well done.
Denying Colin completely.
And we're seeing a close score here, 177 to 156. So I think this is something
Jack gets tech too. Oh, Ricardo, he accidentally knocked a whole bunch of balls over those, so that's going to be a little bit rough. Still worth, of course.
I think this Roboteers is working out probably better than expected right now for Guitar Heroes. As they are definitely in this match. 248 now to 214, so still a decent chunk, but definitely still manageable. And we see Jack going for another steal, is going to get caught before he gets too far in.
Or climb
And the
blocks coming
climber
from
block,
Ricardo.
climber block, yeah.
Like I said,
The
if Guitar Heroes is going to be in this one, Ricardo's going to be the one to do it, I think.
and we see Ricardo going for the defense right now on Codser, who's just trying to score.
Yeah,
And
he
get some
makes
power
him
cells
drop a
out
few
of the
balls
robot.
too, yeah.
And I mean, that's one of the best ways to do defense, in my opinion. If you're not going to be able to get a tech, is to just really screw up your opponent.
Codser in trouble.
Look for your tech.
He's getting reset with a full hopper.
He
Big
does shoot
plays
some of
from
them away.
Ricardo.
He did shoot some of them away before he got reset, but this is anybody's game right now in the last 38 seconds. And when Blue Alliance are fighting to stay alive, they needed to bring the heat now, before it was too late. And Ricardo, another big hit. He is going to get reset, but not a problem for him.
He probably should have shot those power cells before he did get reset. It's going to give Jack a couple power cells to just edge the lead for Red Alliance here, as they're up by about 20 points. Long range shots here coming from Codser, coming in with 10 seconds to go. Wheel
Red going
being
for the
completed
wheel.
by Jack. Long shots from Mike clearing the goal completely. And Red is ahead. They just need to get the climbs.
Yeah. And oh my goodness, at the last second there, the color wheel counting, the Red Alliance getting all of their climbs up. It looks like they do take that match unofficially. Take a look at the ref calls, and I'll say that is an official match score. So that means that it was 4-0 series. Guitar Heroes, though, they put up a fantastic fight. I think that was really, really well done. I think, I would not be surprised if they keep putting Mike on that tiers, because I think they did probably better than expected in that one. I think they really did well in this last match in particular. And so...
Yeah, so...
What do you know?
4-0 sweep for good vibes, but I don't think it was a comfortable 4-0 sweep, to be fair.
No, I definitely would agree that Guitar Heroes really pushed good vibes to play well. And so with that being said, it seems like that was our final series for this evening. If I am not mistaken.
Yep, that's correct. And just looking at the rankings, that's going to propel Good Vibes Only up into 3rd place over top of Alliance 4. Yeah, there's a 3-way tie with 3 wins between Good Vibes Only, Alliance 4, and the French team, who's finding themselves in 5th.
Wait, poor Logan lost his power cells again.
Yeah. That is
Logan, no.
Unfortunate. Actually, we see the Benchwarmers are now actually ahead of Graviton Gaming, so no longer last place.
There you go.
And Pushbot's, Guitar Heroes, and Sad, all in that kind of danger zone of the top 8 making it for the championship bracket.
I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that Sad will end up okay, but who's gonna be the last one to squeak in is always gonna be a bit of a meme. No matter what, though, everyone.
Guitar Heroes, they have not.
No, they've not, so very important match.
That's a week 5 matchup too, so that is gonna be a big one to keep an eye on in the coming few episodes for sure. Is that matchup for that potentially final spot.
Exactly. And so, I mean, no matter what, everyone's going to get to compete because we're going to have the kids table for our final, we're going to try and have a kids table event for our bottom seeded teams, so everyone gets to do a little round, little tournament. But it's all good.
Yeah, so thanks guys once again for tuning in. We're gonna send you off, and it's gonna be a good finish. Reminder for any competitors that we are coming to the end of the season, so with the notifications, make sure that you fill out your
your availability in the associated links. And you know, we are coming close to that hard cutoff time where matches do have to be completed. So make sure to try and be
Play or
as
be
flexible as
played.
possible. Yeah. So you don't want to be stuck with a whole bunch of matches at the end where you are having to play in a non-optimal position. So make sure you guys get your matches scheduled and fill out your availability ASAP.
So yeah, with that being said, remember, play your matches or you will be played by the system. So we are going to be rating I'm Rosen.
Yep, he's a funny chess streamer. Since nobody redeemed any raid direction, we're just gonna go to a great chess streamer, hang out there. It's always a good time with Rosen.
And if you raid, you can get some power cells. So if you lost a lot today, you can go claim some that way.
Alright guys, have a good night.